Alright, so this is going to be a quick little talk about the focus charge for the TAURON strikes. So I put a lot of effort into testing this, and I've genuinely put together like what I consider to be the best build for it. It's basically using the initial charge mods and Pazu. This is maxed out because it is 2% bonus from every unique school, and I have one of every school in here. I believe the rest of them do not have anything here. There's no extra charge rate aside from this one. There is Zidane Ashir or Zidane Sek Eel. Now this is a charge rate, and it is diminishing returns off of the base, so I think the 18% charge rate or initial charge here is far more important, since it's just going to give you that insanely larger, almost a fifth faster. So I made a short about this already, and this is like the fastest way to charge it. There is technically some tech are getting you to charge them significantly faster, and let's talk about that. Okay, so we're in a mission, and first things first, you'll notice is my charge rate is about 20%, right? It's or not 20%, I guess it's like supposed to be 40% based off of my initial charge rate. But you'll also notice that my kills don't really generate that much focus. But picking up the focus orb does generate a ridiculous amount. Now, I'm gonna try to get as many kills as I can. I'm not on a really high KPM build. I'm just using Ember with the Kodahima and, you know, just killing as many as I can kill. But you'll see my charge rate doesn't really go up that much when I get kills. When you have the focus orb, you do get a focus strike multiplier, and you can generate a significantly larger margin of focus for this. But there's a couple of caveats and interesting things that we should probably talk about when it comes to this. One, my focus is capped for the day. We found out that I believe your focus orbs will now start spawning faster when your focus is actually fully capped for the day. I don't know if that's supposed to be the way that works, but it is currently what I've noticed. So I'll pick up this orb here, and we're almost fully charged. But there is some tech. You'll get the spawns for them once your focus is capped, once every like 25 to 30 seconds, which will allow your orbs to affect the other orbs. This buff here, this TAURON boost. Basically, you will get more TAURON strike charge from the orbs if you pick them up during the orb buff. So I've seen some misinformation about that, about people saying, oh, it's based off of kills, it's based off of... No, it's straight up based off of that. So I'm ulting. Ulting gives you the, or it doesn't give you anything, but otherwise you just get the orb. Now I pick up an orb at the same time, so I get a second ultimate basically immediately. Now, I'm within this window, so I have 25 seconds left on my boost, and all I'm going to be looking for now is the focus orb, so it should spawn in the next 10 or so seconds. There it is. So I only have about 10 seconds to grab it. If I grab it in time, then I get to instantly charge my TAURON strike and use it again. However, if I'm not fast enough, it won't charge it instantly. We'll show that in just a second here. Alright, so the orb has spawned. I'm going to wait until this buff runs out, and then I will pick up that orb, and you'll see how much charge rate I actually do get. So it has now run out, and it did not cap out my focus skill. Now, why is this a problem? So those orbs actually spawn slower in multiplayer, and they spawn significantly faster in single player. When we were testing with just 2, we were getting about 1 orb every minute and let's say 25 to 30 seconds, and this is an orb every roughly 30 seconds. So it's about 3 times slower. I don't know the exact numbers, but I just know that it definitely feels strange to work the way that it does currently. If you do not do this tech, it takes about 2.5 minutes to charge it, 2 minutes if you're killing really fast. I've seen some people say that I am wrong with that, and I am not. I've done a lot of testing on this, I swear. I was really interested in these strikes. Are the strikes bad? No. They don't have to be really crazy. I think they're cool enough that they don't really matter if they're not cool or if they're like not good. I mean, just being able to do this tech is cool. If I'm going to suggest any changes to this system, I think they need to make kills more worthwhile and the focus orbs less important, because this is stupid. This is really silly. I'm getting a decent KPM. It's not Sevagoth or some crazy damage frame. I'm not killing slow either. Here's the downside to playing with this set of mods and arcanes. You lose a lot of damage. I have 2 damage mods in, but if I go to my regular build, which is either the heat or the overguard strip mod, both of these arcanes are the meta ones, by the way. This one, why is I'm gonna make a short about this, but like, why is the secondary damage And why is it infinite? Anyways, so this is 3 times bonus damage when you use a void mode on your next amp attack. This is really crazy, especially with the glaive, where you can just pop into void mode, pop out, fire a glaive, go back to your operator, or go back to your warframe, and it works. This is 60% amp crit chance. The crit damage is nice. I'm not really focused on that part though, so we do get 1 of that, but not that much else. You can hard focus on this, it's not that bad, but I'd prefer to do this. Then you get Telsec, which is basically primed sure-footed for operators. It's got a cooldown, but like how many times are you getting knocked down in operator? You're usually swapping, so it's not that big a deal. We've got multi-shot, surprise, this is stupid. And then I go this one just for movement speed. The void sling distance is surprisingly large, and the radius is, you know, whatever, but one of every school is nice. To go along with that. You can always, of course, slot this in here and get a lot of the initial charge like immediately if you want that, or you can just go void sling efficiency. It's totally up to you at that point. Like this one is just a quality of life one. But with all of this, like our crit chance is at 86% and our crit damage is 2.4, and that's before we proc our onslaught and eradicate our team. Yeah, TAURON charge is weird. I can't see a reason to run this over this. The charge is not really fast enough. You probably should be putting lenses and everything anyways to level your focus schools and all of that, at least up until you're done leveling all of it. Anyways, that's it. I just wanted to talk about the charge of the TAURON charge, mostly because like there's a lot of misinformation going around about it right now, and it's it's very prevalent in my comment sections. So anyways, that's it. Goodbye.